she's not going to be as well known to most people as Trista Smith. Trista Smith broke through at the semifinal this year, had a couple really impressive performances, kept herself kind of in contention to make it to the games. Zoe's games appearance comes on a team where you always fly a little bit more under the radar, but on paper, these two athletes, there's not that much between them.
Athletes, are you ready?
Andrew's taking
Colorado, are you ready?
For the win, absolutely.
Well, stay with me then. It's time to
that this would go a full 5 rounds.
We just heard from James Sprigg. The women are going to be breaking or failing muscle ups much earlier than the men. I'd agree with him on that.
In 5, 4, 3,
James, who you taking?
2, 1, go!
Zoe,
And they're
I
off.
think that she looks like she's inclined to draw gymnastics. It's more gymnastics without flipping.
You do know that Trista was a
Going
gymnast, James.
rep by rep.
I eat my words. I'll say it's going to be tie game.
Just flying through these bar muscle-ups.
No. Trista on the left in the white top, Zoe on the right in the red, taking on Lindsey. 4 rounds, 2 minutes 30 seconds to work, 1 minute to rest. 7-bar muscle up, 6 burpee box.
Trista taking a slight 1 rep lead.
24 inches, and then they'll head to the barbell. They got 5
Zoe just
jerks
keeping
there.
her pace steady as they come.
10 reps ahead, and pretty neutral here in the first round. Zoe
Slight adjustment by Trista. Hits the bar first.
Trista with a belt on.
I like the belt.
Going fast singles. Zoe right
I'm a big
behind.
fan of the belt. It's going to pay off for her in the long run. It just makes you feel comfy the whole way through.
Only 115 pounds on the bar.
Going rep.
Are you trying to insult me with that comment, Brian?
About the belt or the weight?
Or are you trying to insult
1 minute
Trista?
down, ladies.
I think it
1
makes every
minute
rep
down.
easier. 10% easier.
It might.
Trista,
We'll
get
see
into
how
the
it works
pull-up
out.
bar first.
She's strapping it on and off as she goes. She also
Looking
has
aggressive.
the belt around the bar on the bar muscle-ups.
Make that a 1
But
rep
surely
lead by
it's something
Trista.
that
2
she's
reps.
practiced. And the urgency out the gate here from Trista Smith.
Look at them fly.
We'll see if that's going to work out the same way it did for Tudor, eh? A little bit of urgency doesn't
No
go
doubt
wrong.
about those lockouts at the top, too.
No experience on the reps ahead floor
It's
for either one
Trista.
of these athletes. But they have got to watch 2 matches so far, just as we have. We got a minute left in this round. It's about a half rep lead here for Trista.
We got Art in the comment section thinking that Warren will win by the end of round 4. I'm going to disagree with you, sir. I'm not only disagreeing with Brian, but also the comment section.
45 seconds to go in this interval, and we haven't talked too much about it, but one of the things that Phil often talks to me about is that once you hit about the 2:15 mark in any working round, that's where you can really tell an athlete's character, because it's going to hurt no matter what.
Do they want more of it or less of it?
That's right. Less than 30 seconds to go here, and I'm just watching the cycle speed on these clean and jerks. Zoe seems like she's getting her hands on the bar just slightly faster. And she
I
also
always
has,
watch the footwork, Brian. You watch the hands, I watch the feet. Where do they go as soon as the bar hits the floor, forwards or backwards? And why is she going backwards off the box? I don't know.
10 seconds until the end of the interval. I'm not sure if Zoe's going to jump on this bar or not.
I would if I were her.
Yeah, I think she needs
She
to.
looks like she would do what I would do. Got 1.
Got 1 to Trista's 4, so Trista will take a 3-rep advantage into the second round. It's the biggest first round advantage we've seen. The person who's led after 1 round has won 1 match and lost 1 match, so it's not necessarily an indication.
Tudor was up by what, 4 or 5 after that first round?
2.
2.
Tudor and James are
So
both
this
up
is
by
the
2.
largest,
This is
okay.
the biggest first round lead that we've had. Both of those guys also had a 5-rep lead after the second round. And Zoe Warren hasn't sat in her chair.
Yeah, she's trying to show Trista a thing or two.
It's the first
Sitting
time
is a sign of weakness.
This is a Colt Mertens
It's
tactic.
a Colt Burns tactic.
I don't think Colton would take the chair if he was in reps ahead.
Colton wouldn't even allow it beyond the floor, Brian.
You think we got to get him in one of these?
I think he would be a menace in reps ahead.
I think he'd be very, very difficult to beat, assuming that the sequences stay similar to this. I would love to get him in one.
I don't know. Colton in that box. I don't think they got a great history together.
No? Yeah, it is a bit of the neutralizer.
I heard Phil's bringing out that 48-incher.
Oh, God. You remember when they had the 42-inch box jumps at the games? Were you there that year? Because every time that Colton did one, the crowd just went nuts.
Sounds like exactly what Phil's going for, reps ahead. We'll see it in the future, 42er.
Second round, Trista off the bar, about a half rep ahead again, same as we saw in the first interval. Doesn't seem to be too much between them on the burpee box get-overs.
You know, we just heard Sprague say they're going to be breaking up the bar muscle-ups. I think it might be because of the upper body pressing. When the difference between men and women on a lot of this stuff, and every movement here, it's pressing. You're pushing yourself off the floor, you're locking out the jerk, and you're also dipping out of the bar muscle-up.
Very true. And, you know, when it comes to the ring muscle up, that's usually the thing that really ends up being detrimental to the women compared to the men. We don't talk about it that often with the bar muscle up.
The shoulders, the triceps, and the chest, baby. The men who spent their entire lives trying to build that bench, and then it pays off for them in the sport of CrossFit.
So that's where I messed up when I was young.
You weren't building your bench, Brian?
It's in a bench till I was 25 years old.
I wasn't going to say anything. You said it. Here comes Trista.
And so let's watch the bar muscle-ups in this round, because Zoe kind of, she sort of flies up above the ring. It's similar to like that upright press. You see how she kind of like goes into it. There's no really pause.
Right.
Maybe that'll pay off. Well, that was a little deeper reception.
I think Trista's really good on a bar, man. We saw her in the NorCal Classic. It just looks like she's comfortable up there.
Yeah, and she talked about it last night that she considers the grip to be one of her strengths as well. And even the way that she dismounted the bar right there, it was like athletic and acrobatic, something that she didn't need to do, and suggests to me that she's still feeling fairly good pretty deep into the second round.
When did she tell you that? I've been sitting here the whole time.
About what?
That she was, I thought you said she told you she was feeling good.
No, I was just reading her body language.
Oh, I thought you were reading her mind. And she's like, Brian, I feel good. Like, damn, that's a good thing. Good skill to get.
Tapped into that skill yet?
Not yet. All right. Oh, she's wobbling. She's looking at that bar like she don't want to touch it for a second.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a 3-rep lead, so nothing's changed here in the last 2 minutes and 8 seconds.
This is where the fitness comes into play, Brian.
And also just the mental wherewithal to be aware of your opponent. You know, James talked about that he was able to pick up on some subtle body, awareness clues from Malachi Bennett. Well, he's done this 5 times now.
Well, neither of these two have ever done one.
No, but Zoe's got, they get the chance to look at each other. It's one of my favorite things about Repset is that he puts the barbells directly at them. That's going to be a no rep for Trista. So wasted energy there. Not something that you really want.
But it's only 115, Brian.
Yeah, but look at her in the chair.
Damn, that didn't even count. That sucks.
She immediately flopped back into the chair, just like Tudor did at this same spot 2 rounds in. Zoe put her hands on the box to rest, and she'll drop down into a squat resting position there, but she still hasn't taken a seat.
I can hear Christian Hinshaw yelling at a screen right now. Never squat when you're resting. What's wrong with you?
I used to have very strong stereotypes about that from soccer growing up. Like they're like, don't put your hands on your head. Don't squat down. Don't put your hands. But as I've gone through the fitness, I think people rest in different positions. Remember that? Like
one of the fittest guys I knew rested with his hands on his knees.
And Matt Fraser always rested with his legs crossed, sitting underneath and behind him.
So did Street Horner. Very fit men.
Third round underway. Smith carries the same 3-rep advantage into this round that she had after round 1, and both women attacking the barbell. Trista looking pretty aggressive here after she seemed to be kind of fading towards the end of that round.
Does one of Zoe's legs look longer than the other one, or is it where I'm sitting?
No, I see the same thing.
That right leg is a little shorter.
Yeah.
I wonder if that, oh, wow. I wonder if she even knows that. I'll tell her later, after she wins, maybe.
Zoe Warren is coming off an event win a couple weeks ago at Desert City Classic. It took place in Arizona, same weekend as Rogue, so probably not too many people watched it, but she did beat Hattie Canio and Hannah Black in that competition, so it's, not like she was going against a bunch of nobodies. Hattie Canio broke through and made the games this year.
Hattie Canio's a beast.
And one of the events there that Zoe Warren looked most impressive on was a DT style with some handstand push-ups. So a little gymnastics and barbell cycling is definitely in the cards for her. She gets to the barbell for the first time in any of these rounds here to start round number 3. But both women are taking more time before each rep in this round of clean and jerks.
We did hear James say right before this that it's going to come down to the pull-up bar. So we're going to see if maybe, just maybe, that this doesn't even matter. The speed of this barbell.
True, but he also mentioned that the toll that the lifting took on him was the last one.
Trista just looked up at her like, you son of a, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Here she comes.
We still have a minute to go in this interval. Zoe's taking a little pause here. Trista with her slowest transition yet.
I don't like that.
And the crowd is getting into it, and that was the worst receiving position for the muscle up yet for Trista.
I was hoping you were going to say that you've ever seen.
No, I've done plenty worse than that, don't worry.
You yourself?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, right. All right, it's a long break at the top of the bar, Trista.
All the reps have been erased. We got zeros on the board, and Zoe's moving forward to the burpee box jump over. She's still a rep behind.
All the reps were not erased, Brian. What are you thinking, James?
Wow.
Yeah. Can you say I told you so?
Watch Trista on this muscle up.
You did say that. All right.
And Trista does get that rep.
James is also
zeros again. 12 seconds to go. The women are crawling at this point. The first green number ticks for Zoe Warren that we've seen in this entire match. 5 seconds to go. If she gets over this box, she's going to have one, and Trista's going to level it.
Oh, you got to get that foot on the floor. Looks like she got it just in time. Ooh, she almost didn't do it.
Zeros at the end of 3 rounds.
What do they call this?
This is all
We've
swim
got
again.
pendulum. This is gonna go to the distance, but what is it called when it's zeros going to the final round? The final countdown?
I think we call it sudden death.
Sudden death?
We got 1 round.
We got sudden death reps ahead here, Brian. It's the first of its kind as far as I know. And I don't know much.
And like we talked about with Grease Saber and Magda, the whole mindset has to change here. You have 2.5 minutes. Unless one of these athletes completely loses the ability to do anything, you're not getting 10 reps ahead. So your sole objective now is to find a way to be 1 rep ahead of your opponent when the 230 clicks on the mark. And don't forget, $2,000 if you're able to do that.
It's a pretty good incentive to hang on to something for a little longer than you'd want to typically.
3 seconds to go. Last round of the 3rd match of the night. Smith on the left. She had 3 reps ahead after both the 1st and 2nd rounds. Zoe Warren on the right. Chipped them back away. Zeros on the clock as we go to the final interval. 2.5 minutes to settle it and earn a chance to compete in the pro tournament final tomorrow night.
You know, there's a lot of the line here, Brian, because I need to be right on this one.
Just like we've seen in the earlier rounds, Trista comes off that first set of muscle-ups first. She gets a 1 rep advantage over Zoe. Zoe takes a long pause on the floor, but we got 2 minutes to go here. Trista seemed to recover fairly well. She's only 19 years old, but let's see if she's able to keep this pace up for the next 2 minutes.
How old is Zoe?
Zoe, I keep forgetting how old Zoe is. I think she's in her mid-20s, so I'll find out real quick.
Okay.
25, yeah.
25?
That's dead middle of 20s.
You know, these youngins, they just never stop moving. Never.
Trista takes the lead going to the barbell here. Ticking towards the 1 minute mark. 90 seconds remain in this match.
Trista
It's gonna
smells blood.
one way or the other.
I don't like the smell of blood. I don't like the taste of it. I don't mind the sight of it. I wouldn't be good at reps ahead.
And now this is going to be interesting because that last round of muscle-ups for Trista looked really hard in round number 2. I wonder if Zoe was aware of that or not. But if Zoe feels like she can hang on to the muscle-ups and Trista can't, that may be the only advantage that she needs. Trista's
Zoe's
done.
let that bar get away from her.
She's got to get this 1 rep in. Trista loses the belt. Zoe's advantage has to be on the muscle-ups, but she has to get there, and she does. And Trista with those pauses on top. And Zoe Warren is in pain.
I don't know what makes you think that. I think she looks great. I think this is going to be a tie. We're going to have another tie. Oh, no,
40
you're right.
seconds to go.
I see the
Trista's hanging on to the bar.
Zoe, the
Trista
reps aren't going to do
glances at the
themselves,
clock.
dude. Let's go.
And if Trista gets this last rep, this is going to be game over. 30 seconds to go. She gets the 7 muscle up. Huge rep there for her. And Zoe drops. And that's going to do it. And if I'm Trista Smith, I do 1 rep and just wait.
And just look at her menacingly.
You don't need to do anything else here.
Oh, she's hearing you, Brian. You should be a coach, dude.
Hey, maybe she'll get a knockout. She can get a knockout. Zoe is completely done.
What is she doing down there?
Wow.
Zoe, no!
5 seconds to go.
Looks like you owe me a steak dinner, Brian, friend. It's all signed up going into the final.
It goes the distance. Trista Smith takes it. Hiller gets me on that one. And, man, I didn't see that coming. I did not see Zoe Warren completely fading. I think she should have sat in the chair.
That we can both agree on. And damn, dude, she should have sat in the chair.
Because certainly, and Trista has she has enough energy left here to wave to the crowd.
I heard that doesn't take very much. We'll ask her.
Well, I mean, Cole went to the squat. James went to the box. She stayed on her feet. You got to give it to her.
Oh, she's saying hey to her opponent. You know, I was trying to make him talk a little bit of crap beforehand. She wouldn't do it. I wonder if she's doing it now. Hey, you never had a chance.
They looked so docile. Do you know that word?
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, it's like a sheep.
Yeah.
Sheep are typically docile, right?
Patrick was trying to get him to, square off at the intros, and they just refused to do it, basically.
Rachel was talking some head crap earlier today.
Rachel and Ariel definitely a little bit more feisty than Zoe Warren and Trista Smith in the trash talk department. But when they're in the ring, I mean, Zoe and Trista gave it their all there. Trista completely looked like she was lost in the 3rd round. She rallied really, really well, and it all caught up to Zoe with about 1 minute to go in that match.
I don't know why you thought she looked lost. She didn't go anywhere. She had 3 spots to go to.
We're going to try to get Trista over here. She does have a coach here with her this weekend. Daniel Robbins is actually her agent who's traveling with her down here to help her out on the weekend.
Agent/coach. You know, I told him before this, I thought he was a much larger man. He's not. He's a very fit-looking man.
He is a very, very strong and deceptively fit.
That's for you, homie. That's for you. Just like hold it up to your mouth and.
I'm hurting so bad.
You what?
I'm hurting so bad.
Where? What part of you?
Everything.
Like your soul, your lungs, your arms. What you got?
My arms and my lungs.
Was there a specific part of the match where it kind of turned and you started to feel really bad?
Yeah. The third round, I definitely started to lose it on the bar muscle ups, and my game plan going into that was that I need to smash the bar muscle ups because that's what I'm good at, especially over the barbell.
Yeah, you were telling me that yesterday. You're like, it's a grip intensive workout. I got this. The bar muscle ups are nothing. And then you were taking those long breaks up top,
Yeah.
and I go, uh-oh.
My triceps.
Your
got
triceps
really
gone.
wound up. I think from the burpees, I go down, with my chest first and kind of worm down, and then it's really tricep heavy. But I mean, shoot.
This is your first reps ahead. Is this about what you expected as far as the fatigue goes?
Yeah. I've practiced these workouts so many times, and each time it hurts so bad.
How did you manage to recover in that final interval? Because you looked a lot better in the 4th round.
I literally had to switch my mindset. Let's go. Trista, you need to get it together. Because I was doing so good.
Trista needs a new truck.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. But, yeah, I mean, that last round, I was we're in a tie. I have 30 minutes of work, and then you win. So, you just got to frickin' rally. It hurts real bad, but, shuttle buff, so.
I've never heard that one.
We're teaching Andrew a lot of new words tonight.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
a
full of
rookie.
them.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You were telling us yesterday that this is really all you've done in the past, 2 weeks.
I mean, I've been doing a lot of running programs and lifting heavy as well, but CrossFit workouts specifically, I've been hitting so many of these.
Well, it clearly paid off tonight. We're going to let you recover a little bit and watch this match to see who your opponent's
No,
going to be
you got 10
tomorrow.
minutes of words. It's important for you to talk for 10 minutes straight after the match.
That's when you
Great
know
job.
you got it in.
Great job, Trista. Congrats on the win.